Hello everyone, in this session I am going to solve two problems on effectiveness NTU method. Now coming to overview of this session, first I will discuss some important formulae which are required to solve the problems. Effectiveness, it is the ratio of actual heat transfer to the maximum possible heat transfer. The actual heat transfer in a heat exchanger can be determined with the help of energy balance equation. For hot fluid, if we apply the energy balance equation, that is Q is equal to mH Cph Th1 minus Th2. The product of mass flow rate into specific heat of hot fluid is equal to heat capacity of hot fluid, that is Ch. Similarly, if you apply for cold fluid, that is Mc Cpc into Tc2 minus Tc1. The product of mass flow rate into specific heat of cold fluid is nothing but Cc. Now coming to maximum possible heat transfer rate, that is equal to Ch into Th1 minus Tc1 when Ch is considered as a C minimum. If you take Cc as C minimum, in such situation the Qmax becomes Cc into Th1 minus Tc1. So general formula for maximum possible heat transfer rate is Qmax is equal to C minimum into Th1 minus Tc1. Therefore, effectiveness equation becomes now Q by Qmax. Q is equal to Ch into Th1 minus Th2. If you take hot fluid heat balance equation, divided by Qmax is C minimum into Th1 minus Tc1. Similarly, you can write for cold fluid. Now, coming to capacity ratio, it is the ratio of C minimum by C maximum. How to find C minimum and C maximum? For that, you need to find mHCph value as well as mCCpc value. That is Ch and Cc value you have to find out first. If Ch value is greater than Cc value, then Cc is considered as a C minimum. Ch is considered as a C minimum. If Cc value is greater than Ch value, in such situation Cc value will become C maximum, Ch value becomes C minimum. Number of transfer units NTU, it is the ratio of UA by C minimum. U is the overall heat transfer coefficient. A is the area of heat transfer. In the session we have discussed three problems. Now coming to example 4, a counterflow heat exchanger is used to heat water from 20 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius at a rate of 1.2 kg per second. The heating is obtained by using geothermal water available at 160 degrees Celsius at a mass flow rate of 2 kg per second. The inner tube is thin-walled and has a diameter of 1.5 cm. If the overall heat transfer coefficient is 640 Watt per meters per Kelvin, calculate the length of the heat exchanger required to achieve the desired heating by using effectiveness NTU method. Take specific heat of geothermal water as 4.31 kJ per kg Kelvin and that of groundwater as 4.18 kJ per kg Kelvin. By looking at the problem statements, first observation is it is a counterflow heat exchanger. Overall heat transfer coefficient value is given 640 Watt per meters per Kelvin. We need to find area of the heat exchanger, length of the heat exchanger. So mass flow rate of cold fluid is given, Tci, Tc0 value given. Then for hot fluid as geothermal water, m dot h given, Thi value given, Cph value given. We need to find the length of the heat exchanger. So length with the help of pi dl. For that we need to find area. Area is equal to NTU into C minimum divided by U. For that we need NTU. In order to find NTU we need effectiveness. Therefore first we have to find out effectiveness. Effectiveness is equal to ratio of Q by Q maximum. For that we will start the problem with the calculation of Ch and Cc. Ch is heat capacity of hot fluid, Cc is heat capacity of cold fluid. mHCph and mCCpc. The values are 8.62 kW per Kelvin and 5.02 kilowatt per Kelvin. Therefore, by comparing these two values, Cc will be the C minimum, Ch will be C maximum. So, capacity ratio is equal to C minimum by C maximum. 0.583 will be the capacity ratio. Now coming to actual heat transfer rate, we have both temperature of Tc0 and Tci values of cold fluid, so that energy balance equation is applied to cold fluid, that is m dot c Cpc into Tc0 minus Tci. So you will get Q value as 301.0 kilowatt, that is 301 kilowatt. Maximum possible heat transfer rate is given by C minimum into Thi minus Tci. All values we have, just substitution, you will get 702.8 kilowatt. Now finally, effectiveness is equal to Q by Q maximum. We will get 0.428 as effectiveness. Now for a counterflow heat exchanger, effectiveness equation is given by 1 minus exponential of minus NTU into 1 minus C divided by 1 minus C into exponential minus NTU into 1 minus C. If you substitute all the values, you will get NTU value as, after simplification, 0.653. So again NTU is equal to UA by C minimum. So A value you will get here, NTU value you know, C minimum value you know, U value you know. So you will get area as 5.12 meter square, area as pi dl. So if you equate to this 5.12, you will get a length as 108.6 meter. So for finding NTU you can use graphs also. It is a counterflow heat exchanger. You have effectiveness value, you have capacity ratio value. With the C and effectiveness value, if you go to this graph, you can get the NTU value from this graph. But if you need accurate value, you can go for analytical method. But you can find with the help of effectiveness of 0.583 as C value and effectiveness of 0.428. Effectiveness of 0.428, that is 0.43 you take, 0.43 somewhere here, and 0.583 as capacity ratio. C minimum by C max value is 0.583, that is 0.583 you can consider as a 0.6 and 0.43 will meet somewhere here, 0.43 exactly you will get the value somewhere here, 0.653 as NTU. You can use graphical method also, but in the above problem it is a bit difficult to read the accurate NTU value. That is why analytical relations may be used to get accurate results. Once you get the NTU value, remaining is what? NTU is equal to UA by C minimum. So with the help of that you can find out the area, that is 5.12 meter square. If you know the area, remaining is pi dl, area is equal to pi dl. You will get finally length of the heat exchanger required, that is 108.6 meter. Now coming to fifth problem, the overall temperature rise of a cold fluid is in a cross flow heat exchanger is 20 degrees Celsius and overall temperature drop of the hot fluid is 30 degrees Celsius. The effectiveness of a heat exchanger is 0.6. The heat transfer area is 1 meter square and overall heat transfer coefficient is 60 watt per meter square Kelvin. Calculate the rate of heat transfer. Assume both fluids are unmixed. Please note on this. Assume both fluids are unmixed. In this problem they have given, instead of giving Thi, Tci values, they have given straight away the overall temperature rise of cold fluid as well as overall temperature drop of the hot fluid. Delta Tc value given, that is Tc0 minus Tci as 20 degrees Celsius. Delta Th value they have given as 30 degrees Celsius. Then effectiveness as 0.6, area as 1 meter square and overall heat transfer coefficient as 60 watt per meter square Kelvin. we have to find out the rate of heat transfer in the heat exchanger. For that, energy balance equation for both hot and cold fluid you equate mccpc delta Tc is equal to mhcph delta Th. Energy balance for cold fluid as well as hot fluid, if we equate the capacity ratio as m dot h by cph divided by mc cpc, you will get 20 by 30 is equal to 0.667, because in the last equation if you observe, it is here we need mhcph divided by mccpc, it is equal to what? Delta Tc divided by delta Th, that is written here mhcph divided by mccpc, that is nothing but 20 by 30 from this equation, last equation. If you observe here, they have taken the ratio of mhcph divided by mccpc is equal to delta Tc divided by delta Th. Both values we have, that is 20 by 30 written, that is equal to 0.667. So they have assumed C minimum as mhcph, C maximum as mccpc, because here there is no values of mass flow rate and specific heat of respective fluids. So we will consider hot fluid heat capacity as C minimum and cold fluid heat capacity as C maximum, because in all of the problem usually the hot fluid having minimum heat capacity, that is why from the general point of view the hot fluid heat capacity is considered as a C minimum. So from the graph of effectiveness 0.6 and 0.667, we will get NTU as 1.35. So you have to observe this graph now. They have given both fluids unmixed, both fluid unmixed in the problem, both fluid unmixed, then it is a crossed flow heat exchanger, crossed flow heat exchanger. So cross flow, both fluid unmixed, page number 174 if you refer the heat and mass transfer data handbook, you will get effectiveness 0.6 and capacity ratio 0.667. For that value you will get NTU value as you see, effectiveness equal to 0.6 somewhere here and capacity ratio 0.667, 0.667 somewhere here. So the value will be 1.35, NTU value as 1.35 from the graph. So NTU is equal to UA by C minimum from the equation. So C minimum is equal to 60 into 1 divided by 1.35, that is equal to 44.44. We have already assumed C minimum as what? CH, that is equal to m dot h into Cph. So therefore heat transfer rate is equal to mhcph into delta Th. mhcph nothing but Ch into delta Th, both value we have, just substitution 44.44 into 30 is equal to 1333.33 watt we will get. With this I am concluding this session. The following references are used for the preparation of these slides. Thank you.